If you had enough money to pay off mortgage today, then of course you will pay off your mortgage straight away, right? Right? Well, the answer isn't a simple yes or no, but more complicated since there are benefits to keeping your mortgage open. Let's talk through the benefits of paying off your mortgage early and compare that to the benefits of waiting to pay off your mortgage, so you can judge for yourself which one is best for you. Watch till the end to find out the most surprising and unexpected benefit of not paying off your mortgage early. Ling and welcome to my channel, One in a Million. I have almost 15 years experience in the banking and finance sector, and I'm passionate about helping you achieve your financial goals quicker and with less effort. One of the biggest benefits of paying off your mortgage early is the money that you will save on interest. And this is especially true when interest rates are rising. For example, on a $400,000 mortgage at a 5% interest rate, the amount of money that you would have paid on interest over 30 years is over $373,000. But the more money that you put onto your home loan, the less time you will need to spend on the mortgage and the more money you will save on interest. For example, if you paid off your home loan in 20 years rather than 30 years, the amount of money that you would have saved on interest is over $139,000. And if you better that and pay off your mortgage in 10 years instead, then the amount of money that you would have saved on interest is just under $264,000. The second benefit of paying off your mortgage early is cash flow. Once you pay off your mortgage, you suddenly have all that money that you didn't have before because you no longer need to pay a monthly repayment on your mortgage. And that's a big bill you no longer need to pay. And more money means more resources and more and better options. You can finally devote all that savings onto the once-in-a-lifetime around-the-world trip, or buy that dream car that you've always wanted, guilt-free. Or you could use that extra cash to invest to grow your wealth and diversify your portfolio. The third benefit of paying off your mortgage early is peace of mind. The feeling of being debt-free, if the mortgage is your only debt, and knowing that your home is 100% yours is liberating. It gives you that assurance that if something unexpected happens, like you losing your job, then at least you don't have to worry about your home because hey, it's yours. The peace of mind that you get from paying off your mortgage can't be measured in dollars, but at the same time, it's priceless. And this is especially true for those of us who don't tolerate risk very well and tend to lean towards the safer options in life. Like what you've heard so far, before you go on a quest to paying off your mortgage as fast as possible, please speak to your lender or banker to understand fully what type of mortgage you have, and specifically whether it has any penalties or fees for paying extra and paying off your mortgage early. Because the last thing you want is to attract a penalty for paying off your mortgage early. On the flip side, what if you wanted to wait to pay off your mortgage and just stuck to paying the normal monthly repayment amount? The first benefit of waiting to pay off your mortgage is reduce opportunity cost. If you only focus on paying off your mortgage and nothing else, then it means that you have less or no cash for other things. And so there is an opportunity cost where the extra money that you put into your mortgage could have provided you with other benefits if you put that money into something else. So not putting extra money onto your mortgage means that you can free up money to potentially help you to save money and grow money. And this is especially true if you have a lower interest rate on your mortgage. For example, rather than paying extra onto your mortgage, you could use that money to pay off your other debts that have high interest rates. So if you had a credit card with an interest rate of 20%, it just makes more sense for you to focus on paying that off quicker rather than putting extra funds into the mortgage. You could also use that money to invest if the investment return is higher than the mortgage interest. For example, the SP 500 index has produced an average of 10% over the last 100 years. Comparing that to a mortgage, when an average interest rate is 5% over the course of 30 years. The second benefit of waiting to pay off your mortgage is access to emergency funds. If something unexpected happens where your income is affected or there's an unexpected or emergency expense, then it's important that you can access your money when you need it the most. Depending on the type of mortgage you have, you may actually lose access to the extra funds that you put into your mortgage. In cases where you can't access the extra repayments that you put into your mortgage, then it may be better for you to consider building up a separate saving account where you have access to 3 to 6 months of emergency funds as a first step before you make extra payments onto your mortgage. And for this reason, please make sure you speak to either your lender or banker to fully understand what type of mortgage you have before you start making extra payments onto your mortgage. The third benefit of waiting to paying off your mortgage is tax deduction. Depending on which country you're in and the type of mortgage you have, you can potentially use your mortgage to claim on tax deductions and get a bigger tax return. In Australia, for example, if you have an investment property that you're renting out, you can claim the interest charge on the mortgage or a portion of the interest. And you can also use things like council rates, repairs, maintenance, and any expenses relating to the rental property as a tax deduction. And in the United States, you can claim a tax deduction on mortgage interest on residential properties as well. But since the Tax Cut and Jobs Act was passed in 2017, where the standard deductions almost doubled, it made more sense for people to use standard deductions rather than itemizing the deductions. Even though having tax deductions could be a benefit for having a mortgage, it is rarely the main reason why people have a mortgage in the first place. Please consult your accountant to see whether you can benefit from tax deductions. And if you're interested in finding out more, then I've included links on this topic in the description below. The most surprising and unexpected benefit of waiting to paying off your mortgage is maintaining your credit score. Credit score is a score that people have which help lenders, for example banks, to decide whether they should lend you money or provide you with credit. The higher your credit score, the more likely that you'll get approved for more credit. In the United States, paying off your mortgage would actually decrease your credit score. And that's because in the United States, the types of credit or debt that you have will impact your credit score. So having a variety of debts, for instance, a home loan and a credit card, is actually better for your credit score compared to if you only had one debt, like a credit card. Now, the good news is, even though paying off your mortgage does affect your credit score in the United States, it won't hurt your credit score, as things like whether you pay off your bill on time and whether you have a good payment history is far more important than what type of debt you have at that moment. Now, even if you like the sound of all the benefits that come with not paying off your mortgage early, it's still recommended by many experts for people to pay off their mortgage before the age of 50. And that's because, generally speaking, your ability to earn money and to build wealth cools down after you hit 45 years of age. If you watch my other videos, then you will know that I already paid off my first mortgage. I got my first mortgage in my 20s, and I knew little about the other side of the coin and didn't know the benefits about keeping my mortgage open. And I've asked myself many times, did I do the wrong thing? Should I have waited to pay off my mortgage? Click here to find out whether I have any regrets and the lessons I've learned since then. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.